First thing to do is to clean up the excess glue that's squished out. I always use excess glue because I'd rather not have things fall off when I grout. But when you get these blades, you've got a flat side and this bit that's angled. The angled bit is for digging. We don't want to dig into the plastic, so we make sure the straight side is up. And I go down the side to cut the silicone. Sometimes it just comes off all by itself. It's better when it's not fully cured. This has got another day to cure. I generally like about 24 hours in winter. And then you base it down to get underneath it. If it's not cured enough for you to do this, what you'll end up doing is going under your tile and breaking the vacuum that is a sealant. So we do this first before we start getting into our gluing. This is one of my favourite things to do. I zone out completely. In the really tight corners, one of these tools is great. Both ends. And if you can't pick it out with this end here, go for this end. There's a reason why dentists use this to dig plaque out of your teeth, because they actually work. Now, and then you can just pick it out. I have cut it, but you can see that I can't actually fit that blade in that spot. But this little tool gets out what I need. Easy peasy. Before you get into the gluing, then make sure you clean all your surfaces so there's no grease or grime or dust hanging about, because your silicone glue won't like it. And even if you think you don't have any, if you're using these, you're definitely going to have grease on it, particularly if it's got aloe vera in it. But any sort of cream you've got on your hands is getting on the surface. Good clean. Now we're ready to glue. The first bit I'm going to do are all of these ones here, which are going to be casings. And the theory goes is you put one here, then build through the middle. That way, if you need to do an adjustment along the way, it's not the important ends that have to be adjusted. It's somewhere inconspicuous, like down here. Much easier with this because it's very forgiving. So for this one, I'm going to do a channel for the recycled metal or brass, and I'm going to do a line that's about halfway through the middle so these can sit on it. So this is like watching paint dry, and I'll just put some little excerpts in there so you can see what I'm up to without talking. So this is where it's like, let's watch paint dry. And it's actually quite hard to see this black glue on the black surface. Thank God it's shiny. And then once you start gluing, it's really quite fast, because I've got everything prepared. I have no clue what's going on here. I suspect I'm going to have to do some clean up. Let me turn the light on, see if it makes a difference. Oh my God, I can see. Oh, look at that lovely mess. But I'll just leave that there. So I'm going to put my first one in, which I cut to fit that little pointy bit with a metal cutter, by the way. So I'll put that one in there as far as it will fit for the width of the waste metal. This I need a poker for, otherwise I'm going to get glue everywhere. I don't want to get changed again. So enough room for the grout to show it off, enough to be a point, but the grout will cover it. Washed, that I'll pop in up here, which I'll adjust. Uses my adjustment. I'll lean it over a bit so it looks more pointy, and imagining the grout line coming with that. And then I'll start from here. So I'm going to put this one pointing in the same direction as that end. Whoops. Yeah, I got wobbly hands today. And it's probably better to go from that end, actually, working this way. So you'll work out what's best for you. Left-handers will work from a different direction. And if you get all dirty and glue all over you, try a different direction. I'm going to have almost exactly what I need. So now I'll put my little trusty tool to work. And just scooch them all together. And there we go, the perfect fit. Just weeny bits. I'll be doing these ones that are all slightly keystone, and you can see how I've got the narrow edge here wide and the slightest cut. So the narrowest bit is on the inside of the curve. They're dead easy to do. All this stuff off camera, which I'll have to cut out. So I start the first one so that it crosses one of these grout lines. So I'm going to curve probably that up that way. And I can, to get less glue on me, I shall put a big blob there. And I'll put another one on.
Do you have any steel wool?
Yes, darling?
Can I have some, please?
Yep. Quite a curve here, so these won't fit there. Now I'm going to do a couple of lefties. I'll need at least 3 to fill up this space. See how forgiving it is. So what I'm going for, I should cut this point off. I'm going to take this away and cut the point off. So the thing to, I just focus on one of the lines to be perfect. So because this is a contrast here, I just make sure that this curve is the one that's good. No, we need to fix that. So yeah, I bumped it. That's where all the glue gets messed up. So I really have to plan my gluing. Now I need to just reposition them. And let's do some leaves around this curve, since we did all of that yesterday. And this will look great. So in the video yesterday I mentioned about this straight bit on the bottom of the leaf. That's the bit that's growing out from this beautiful curly branch. So that's the bit I'm going to make sure is straight till I get to there. Because now you know how easy it is. So I probably won't get that many wows now. It's like, oh yeah, we can all do this, son. Hopefully there's lots of inspiration here for you to have a go. And you just keep going. So you can see how easy that is to make in the previous video, and then how easy it is to place on your piece of art.